I'm going to tell you right now, acting is not something you can really teach. Technique you can, but the actual art you can't.
Want me to teach John the bend and snap?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you snap. Yes!
If you think you have a story to tell that's worth hearing, you're probably right. So you should just go for it. It doesn't matter if there's not an example there, a blueprint for you to follow. You can be the first one, and you can kind of figure things out yourself.
Every time I make a run, girl, you turn around and cry. I ask myself why, oh why.
You're mistaking whatever the current trend in thought is for knowing more. Sometimes people are wrong for millennia.
Actually having a very long conversation with David, and David said, no man, look, bring your swagger to the show. And I was like, are you sure?
I'm running my radar when Bonnie comes by. She
problem isn't the disability itself, it's society's inaccessibility. And when you reframe it that way, it takes away the pity, and it also puts responsibility on society to make sure that they're doing a good job of being accessible.
The Holocaust is not just a part in history, but it lingers in the present. Perhaps when we were forgetting how powerful hatred can be, 9/11 reminded us.
I had some really awesome physics teachers, so never underestimate the value of what you can do to instill the curiosity and the excitement on the young people in your life.
We want to make imagination enhancers, systems that help people become better thinkers independently of the system they're using.
Maintenant, moi je suis quelqu'un qui pense qu'il est beaucoup trop tard pour être pessimiste. Que si vous regardez le monde avec les yeux ouverts, bien sûr, changement climatique, tout ce qui passe, c'est inquiétant. Mais ce qui est important, c'est de faire partie de ce monde et d'agir.
Successfully resolving this is the key to redeeming our destiny as human beings and saying to the generations that follow, we did the right thing.
No one dies from Parkinson's. You die with Parkinson's, and so I'm living with Parkinson's.
Well, I was quite sure when I wrote Kitchen Confidential that no one was going to read it. And that was both that was a very liberating thing, because I'd never had to think, I didn't have the burden of trying to imagine what people would expect or what they might like or dislike or what the market wanted. I wasn't thinking about any of those things.
I'm not perfect. On some days when I really cannot find any motivation to train, and I see that she's training, I have to go. On some days, I feel like I have to drag her.
You know, when you press the pause button on a computer, it stops. But when you press the pause button on a human being, it starts.
You don't even know if you're going to be around tomorrow. So you have to find a way to be happy along the journey.
You guys will be going 200 miles an hour around the track, and I'll be going, woo!
Thank you for taking time on your lunch to come talk about death.
Just be nice. The good thing is, there are some people, being nice to them, you'd have to buy them a car. And if someone's at that point where you've got to buy a car for them to go, thanks for the car isn't going to make a difference anyway.
We were talking about Trump and Hillary. There are so many more stories around the world happening, terror attacks in Egypt and so on, that people do talk, but maybe not enough.
I wish all organizations, they don't have to be nation states, I wish all organizations did the same thing, operated not just in their interests, but also have a sense of code or values and a sense of purpose and vision.
Disfruta de lo que tienes, sé feliz con lo que hay. Lucha también, por supuesto, por lo que sueñas y que no te detenga nada ni nadie ni...
America does not do a good job of looking at itself in the mirror and being like, oh, okay, I see what's coming back at me.
If you don't acknowledge you've got a problem, how can you intervene in your own consciousness? You have to intervene. This is a problem. Second, you have to believe that change is possible, right? You have to be open to the possibility of new data.
I keep coming back to the idea of how technology changes our perhaps psychology, how it changes our relationship to each other.
How did we develop creative capacities of a unique kind which have led to extraordinary achievements? Okay, these are things we ought to try to understand, all of them, and do something about, not just understand.